Hey, everybody. Welcome to the MURCA Guns and Freedom podcast with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. This is just a conversation between myself and my viewers. You can come in here, ask me whatever you want to ask me. Doesn't have to be gun related. I like it when it is, but it doesn't have to be. Suggest whatever topics you want to hear us talk about. Or if you disagree with me about something, feel free to let me know. We can even set aside some time and have a one-on-one conversation, make a video out of it, do with it what you like. So feel free. Don't feel like you got to agree with me. I think most people that come in here know I like it better when people disagree with me. But let's go on here and let's get started today. As usual, I want to start by reading orders we've received because people who buy merchandise, like the shirt I'm wearing now, but someone asked me, why are you wearing a pro police shirt? It's not pro. It's modern militarized police. It says thin blue line. It says to subjugate and to punish. That's their logo. That's their motto nowadays, to subjugate and to punish, not pro cop. Never Enough Ammo was once pro cop. Now, remember, he moved up to the tundra, to the Great White North, to become a narc. We established that in the live chat the other night. But let's get started here. I want to read the names of people who have bought merchandise. Now, that supports TYMP, where every month we choose 4 people. We provide them with the means to defend themselves and their family when they otherwise wouldn't be able to afford it. Maybe they're a single mother. Maybe they're an elderly person living on a fixed income. Whatever the reason, nominate yourself. If you're in need, you can do that by going over to TYMPpistolproject.com. You can also support the channel in any way you'd like from over there by becoming a patron, becoming a subscribe star supporter, channel member, donating on a one-time basis, or like I said, buying merchandise or nominating yourself for TYMPPP. You can do everything from TYMPpistolproject.com. With that being said, people who ordered merchandise, I think I read some of these yesterday. I'm going to read them all today, though, because I can't remember if I read them yesterday or not. Like Kyle Lejeune, I think I read them yesterday. John Heasley, I read yesterday. They all got some magnets. Chris Ramos, I'm pretty sure I read him yesterday. He made an order yesterday. And also Bonard, Molina, they ordered something today. And so did Chris Baker, ordered something today. He got the Kindness and Shotguns. That's the Eeyore. I got to take that Eeyore design and do something about red flag laws, like fuck your red flag laws or something. Because, he's always depressed. They'd try to take his guns away from him if they could. You also got to smoke them if you got them sweatshirt. I'd forgotten I made that design. It's got my carry gun on it. But thanks to all those people for helping support the Pets and Vets program. I don't think I got to welcome any new patrons or subscribe star members today. So let me make sure we're still all the same old ones. I don't think we actually lost any today, unless we've lost it since I posted that last video. But nope, haven't lost any today. But don't get to welcome anybody new today. Let's get over to the super chats and see if there's anything coming in. We did get one coming in over here from Jacoby. It says, I have a naughty question. Ooh, I don't know about this. I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube for being overtly sexual or anything. Although I can't help but be overtly sexual. I mean, look at me. I mean, my titties alone are probably violating a lot of the standards. I can't help it if I'm voluptuous. I appendix carry my revolver, the blasphemy. Yes, that is blasphemy. Do you know of any good inside waistband for a 686 7-shot 2.5 inch with metal clips? I do not. I would check maybe Alien Gear, but I don't think do they make many that go for appendix? But I know they usually use metal clips. They usually use the neoprene backing and stuff. I would check them. That'd be my first place I would try. But I don't know much about inside waistband holsters because I don't carry inside waistband ever. I don't like it. And I definitely don't carry appendix because, well, I've got a brain and a penis that I'd like to keep. So, not that I need it, but I want to have all the original equipment. You know what I mean? I've still got all my original equipment, basically. Missing a few things, but nothing major. Nothing anybody would be able to check for. Well, except for a couple molars. Missing a couple molars. One on this side, one on this side. One got knocked out. The other I lost because I like candy. Let's see here. Let's get over here, see if there's any questions coming in over here. We've got Dale Rickety chiming in here. Where'd he go? There he is. He said he paid his tithe to Phil and got an entry into the Silver Bullet drawing and says, politicians who are more loyal to their party than the Constitution should be removed from society. I feel the same thing about citizens who are more loyal to politicians than they are the Constitution. I agree with you, and I expand on your thought. That's why I like having comments from people, because you all have better things to say than I do. And sometimes I can plagiarize off your idea and pretend like it was something I thought of. I like doing that. I don't care if I came up with something as long as I get the credit for it. It's all about me. Jason Thompson said, I sent lots of emails. Yes, I know you sent like 8 of them today. And some of them had very spicy wording in them. And one of them, which I'll show right now. I'm not showing the emails yet. I'll get to the emails in a minute, but I'm going to show this one because he sent this to me today. Now, normally I would make fun of this. Let me close this so people can see it. Okay. Now, normally I would make a lot of fun of this video. How do I don't know if you all can hear it. But he's like, he's those way. Normally, I would make fun of a video like this, but I really don't know if I can without the ACLU coming after me. So I'm just going to show that you just saw and leave it at that. While I'm showing emails, I might as well show another one here. Hold on, because this one is adorable. It's not as disturbing as the other one. So let's use this as kind of a palate cleanser. Got this one from Mike White. His new puppy, his baby doggy Shorty. Oh, look at that. Oh, my God. I love him already. You should send him to live with me. Oh, Turnip would love him. They'd get along so good. So I wanted to show those 2 emails because, well, one was disturbing and the other one was, like I said, palate cleanser. Let's get back to the chat here. And that was Officer Tater Hater, by the way, in the first video. Mark Calkins chimed in here. People have to learn to keep the pressure on those they elect after they're elected. That's the biggest problem we have. Well, I wouldn't say that's the biggest, but that is a big one. Like I said, they keep, once they win the election, they're like, yay, he'll do whatever I want, because he loves me. He cares about me. He doesn't care about you. No politician cares about you. I don't know of a single politician that cares about you. Bernie Sanders don't care about you. Elizabeth Warren don't care about you. Donald Trump don't care about you. They care about Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, and Donald Trump, respectively. And unless you keep the pressure on them and withhold adulation until they deserve it, then you ain't never going to get a reason to love them. Because they will just take you for granted. If they're going to, if I know someone's going to worship me no matter what I fucking do, even if I do nothing, well, then I'm just going to do nothing. Put as little effort into it as possible. Even less than I do now, I guess. I don't know. That was Mark Calkins, wasn't it? I think I just said that. Michael Kinney paid his tithe to Phil, his $2 tithe, and said, Biden signed the only anti-gun legislation in decades. Also, I emailed you a pic of new PCR. Hold on, let me see if I can find that. There it is right there. First, before we show the email, which is pretty, he signed a bill that basically gave money to states that they were already getting and tied it to anti-gun legislation that already existed in those states. And basically said, well, and if they want to enact red flag laws, this is an incentive. It was definitely nothing about specifically about our laws. It was weak sauce. The biggest victory we've had regarding guns through legislation anytime recently was under Obama when they made it legal to carry handguns in state parks. Under Obama, that's the biggest pro-gun win we've had as far as legislation goes. That's pretty sad. All right, where am I at? That was Michael Kinney. Oh, I didn't show the picture of his. Here's his new PCR. Boom, boom. Look at that. Ain't that pretty? That's pretty. Oh, you know what I saw the other day at the gun shop? I saw the new The Shadow 2 compact, but in bronze. And oh my God, it was purty. It was purty. Let's move on here. Kevin Mabry chimed in here and got a couple entries into the drawing for the silver bullet. And he said, for Phil. Well, Phil appreciates it. He told me to tell you he appreciates it. He told me to tell you he loves you, but he will fuck you up. So I should make that into a t-shirt. Phil loves you, but he will fuck you up. Or he will hurt you. Something like that. What should I say? Should I? Phil loves you, but he will hurt you. Or should I say, Phil loves you, but he will fuck you up. I like the alliteration of loves you, hurt you, but fuck you up's a little more dire, I guess. Let's see. Oop, I got to unselect his, where I searched for his email over there. I learned this evening that I won the silver bullet. I would like a 9mm bullet. Okay. Well, you didn't let me know. Do you want cowboy, werewolf, or vampire defense? Cowboy, werewolf, or vampire? Go over and look on the website. Tell me which one of them you want. Did you give me your address? Yes. Okay. So I just need to know which one you want. And I'm not going to try not to judge you that you chose 9mm. I guess if that's what you carry, you want what you want, you know, so you can be prepared for werewolves. But I would always keep it as the top round in the magazine. I would never actually chamber it if I was you, because, you know, if you shoot them first, if someone's coming at you and you shoot them first, with the regular round, if it stops them, probably a guy in a suit. So you probably don't got to worry about the silver bullet. If you shoot them once, it doesn't stop them. The second bullet will stop them. Well, I watched this new Wolfman. It didn't even take silver to kill him. One of them died just from getting his throat ripped out by another werewolf, and another one got shot with a regular hunting rifle and killed. So I didn't like it at all. Plus, the werewolves were awful. It just looked like somebody with really bad dental problems and stringy hair. Was not happy with the new Wolfman movie. I paid $20 to see that because, you know, it's a Wolfman movie. It's pure propaganda and bullshit and just awful. I didn't like it. Did not like it. In case you wondered if I liked it, I did not. John Mandrick says, does Phil have a holiday we can celebrate? Phil thinks every day should be a holiday. That you should celebrate every day like it's your last. Because if you piss him off, it will be. Let's see here. Don't pay your tithe. See how much longer you last. Joe Pearson chimed in here and said, sent pics of my newest acquisition. Be jealous. If he got something, I'm going to fucking throw a fit. Let's see what he got. Is it something I already knew, or is it something I did not know? Where's it at? Aha, here it is. Oh, that son of a bitch. Worthless cunt. And some people say, I can't believe you call your viewers cunts. And some people are like, does he really mean that when he calls them a cunt? And absolutely, I do. When they get a gun and I didn't, absolutely, I think they're a cunt. Let's see here. Joe Pearson. Hi, I have something you don't have. Oh, he got the Viper. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. I want the shorter barreled one, not that one, but I would take that one. Although I did get a new gun. I bought a gun to replace my deep carry gun. So I've got something new. So I'm not as mad at you, but that's the only new thing I've gotten this in a long time. And it's because I had a credit on my credit card, you know, cash back thing. Which you can either get it as, you know, you can either use it to buy something at Costco or you can use it to pay your credit card. I just put it towards my credit card balance and buy something that I want somewhere else. But oops, shit. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. That's nice. He doesn't deserve that. I deserve that. Why don't I have it? I'm the one who deserves it. I'm the one that should have it. That makes me mad. But that was Joe Pearson that just chimed in there. I think that was the last chat over there. It is. That was the last one for now. let's get over here. Question just came in over here. DS said, is 6.5 Grendel a good first choice for my niece? I don't know anything about your niece, but it wouldn't be what I would choose. What's a T niece? Is that like a tranny niece? Like it's really a nephew, but even still, I don't know. I'd have to know a lot more about him before I said that, but it would never be my first choice. I don't even own one. So I would say a tentative no, but willing to change my opinion based on circumstance if I find out new information. But for now, I'm going to say no. So unless you got more stuff forthcoming, I'm say no. Where am I at? And what would you even get it in? Did he say? No. All right, let me get back to the questions. I think we're caught up on all the super chats. So let me see if we got anything coming into the regular conversation over here. Does a werewolf die if you blow both their heads off? No. Well, I mean, if you blow their head off completely, yes, because decapitation is one way you can kill a werewolf. But unless you take the whole head off, teenies means teenager. Oh, I'm still going to say no until I have more information. I mean, who would choose 6.5 Grendels or first for anything? Would you? I wouldn't. I don't. Too many other options. Unless it's something you already have and you're handing it down to them, well, then yeah, I'm like fine with that. But if you're going out and buying something specific, no, that wouldn't be my first choice. What if you had to climb up Silver Star Mountain to talk to Phil the same way that Moses had to climb up Mount Sinai to talk to God? Well, then somebody else would have to take this job because my climbing days is gone. Just done. I ain't climbing nowhere for nowhere for nobody. None time. No time. Not none time. None never. Not none never. Yeah, it's not happening. That's what I'm trying to say. Biden signed where 21 has stricter background checks. No, it didn't. There have been no changes to how they do background checks. No matter what they tell you, there ain't not been one bit of change to how they do the back. Forms are the same, processes are the same, reporting standards are the same, etc. All they did was say, oh, all these agencies that have been supposed to be reporting better start reporting. That's all they fucking did. Didn't do anything. Because who under 21 is getting a background check for a gun purchase? Nobody. Because you can't buy from an FFL under the age of 21 for a rifle and stuff, but no real change, period. I'm hearing right of center Americans talk about our military annihilating the Mexican cartels. These people forget how ineffective we were in Afghanistan. Yeah, well, it's just not what we're set up for. I mean, that's not what the military's for. Military's not a police force. And we keep using them as police forces. That's not their job. Their job is to, there's your target, destroy it. Or there's your enemy, kill them. Policing is not their job. And we keep using them as police forces. And they'll never do well at that. The way we would best deal a blow to the Mexican cartels is legalize drugs, legalize prostitution, the things that are their bread and butter, human trafficking, drugs. If those things were available here readily and cheap for people who wanted them, well, where'd they sell the product for high prices? They wouldn't. If we started cracking down on big businesses that allow this back and forth traffic from illegal migrants because they need to exploit the labor, and then the cartels exploit that trafficking, we really damage the cartels. Now, otherwise, get permission from Mexico to blow them off the fucking map. That we could do. If we said, okay, here are, the 25 most populous centers for cartel activity. We got permission from the Mexican government from the coastline to incinerate a square mile around them. Well, we could do that. That'd give them a real blow. But that ain't going to happen. we'd have to use the military like the military. Nobody wants to use the military like the military. The military has become the police force for corporate interests. We need more recall petitions and votes. Well, once you're in, recalling them I think it's a little late. Just start trying to make them do what they're supposed to do. There should be a thing that says if you promise, there should be certain things they pledge to do. Like part of taking office should be like, I pledge to do this, 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 and this. And then if 6 months into their tenure, they haven't done this, this, and this, then a recall is automatic and people get to revote. That I'd be all right with. And yes, it wouldn't be free, but it'd be worth spending the money. An elderly Florida woman accidentally drove her pickup truck over the head of a woman sunbathing in Daytona Beach. The victim is recovering, but her skull is warped. Are we sure she didn't start off like that? It was Florida, by the way. Does Phil demand sacrifices? Yeah, from your time and your effort and your wallets. He wants you to help support pet charities. He wants you to donate your time whenever you can to help things like, your local humane society or no-kill shelters. He wants you to help support programs like Pets and Vets. He wants you to pay your tithe if you come to the chat or buy a new gun so that he can help support the Pets and Vets program. But other than that, he don't demand much. He doesn't want like you to kill a goat or something. He think that's just cruel. Unless you got like some, nice guns laying around, you could send them to me and I'll make sure he gets them. Where are we at? Is your name really Donald? No, my name's not Donald. Depends on who you talk to, what my name is. Yeah, some people, a small number of people, they'll tell you my name's David. You ask my family, they'll tell you my name's Marty. If you ask the vast majority of people I've known throughout my life, they'll tell you my name's Marshall. If you ask the vast majority of people that know me, they'll tell you my name's Yankee. So it depends on, I guess, who you talk to, what my name is. What does Phil do when his wife is not home? Phil ain't married. Phil's a bachelor. Phil's the most intelligent creature in the room, and intelligent people don't get married. So, yeah, Phil ain't married. He doesn't concern himself with that kind of garbage. He doesn't need companionship. He can see and hear all. And, if he had a girlfriend or a wife, that would cut into his smiting time. He would have to cut his smiting in half, probably. And he don't want to do that. Smiting's a big part of the God business. So he needs that free time. Uncle Biff sent a link here to something. Let's what's it to? A closer look in Nick's background checks for under 21-year-old gun buyers showing results. Well, I don't know how it's showing results because they use the exact same enhanced background check they do for anybody that comes up with any questionable thing. They didn't change how anything's done. Anytime you do a background check, if you're like the 8th one they get, a certain amount number, all they do is do the enhanced background check, which they're supposed to do on every handgun purchase these days anyway. So it didn't really change anything. So them saying it's getting results, that's them lying to you because it ain't getting any results. Well, we denied more people. That's all it is. Because when you do an enhanced background check, like when I get one every time, sometimes if it's after 3 o'clock in the afternoon here, it's after 5 o'clock there. So I have to wait till the next day for them to do the background check because it has to go up to an agent above them. That's all that does, period. And they're supposed to do that on 21-year-olds anyway. So anytime anyone's under the age of 18 to 20 was supposed to already be the rule that you did that. So, and this was directly from the ATF's mouth at SHOT Show. That was the way it was always supposed to be. So it didn't really make any change. See, someone has fed you a line that, they did this big thing to make things worse. You better give us some money so we can fight. I guarantee you that's where you got the news from. Someone who wanted just to give them some money or be angry or something, because it didn't change shit. It didn't affect the rights of most anybody who can buy a gun from an FFL, period. Where were we? My screen is leaning a little forward here. Hold on. There we go. Plus, I'm mad at him for he got the PCR. Let's see here. Lapeer, Michigan only has 9,000 people. It's a lot smaller than Brownsville, Texas, where NEA lives now. Michigan is no place for a Texan. He's going to freeze his balls off. I'm telling him that right now. He's going to freeze his balls off. NEA is moving to Lapeer. Why do we keep saying where he's moving? I don't know if he wants us to say that. Well, no, he said it live last night, so I guess he's okay with it. Which is only a stone's throw away from Flint. He might have to deal with a lot of the spillover problems from Flint. Like, you mean like lead in the water? What are you talking about? I don't know what the crime rates and stuff are like in Flint. They often don't tell you about that part when they, like when the news tells you about, oh, this neighborhood's being so, or this town's being so neglected and blah, 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 no one cares. And they forget to mention like, oh yeah, if you stepped in there after 6 p.m., you'll be dead. And maybe that's why nobody cares. I better shut up before I get accused of being racist. Where I grew up in Southern Ohio, 1 in 5 people was a Michigan native who fled their state. I don't know much about the state of Michigan, although except that I think it sucks balls. That's not a whole lot. I don't know a whole lot, I guess I should say, because like I said, that's about all I know. It sucks balls. There continues to be strong support for gun control laws, especially in Texas. You are on the losing side of history, Yank. Future is pro-control, and I will help them with their goals. Well, I don't think that's actually true because it seems like all the wins have been pro-gun, less control in the Supreme Court. So I don't care what people want. People didn't want blacks and whites to get married when the Supreme Court said that's what it was going to be. So that's the way it was. Most people didn't want it. At the time when interracial marriage was made legal, it was like 96 to 4%. 4% approved, 96 disapproved in almost every major polling issue or state. So it doesn't really care what people want. What matters is what the Constitution says. And we're getting more back to where the Constitution has the say instead of, because people got to where they were caring more about what people said than what the Constitution said, and that's starting to bite them in the ass. And it's about time. Can we place bets as to who NEA is working for now? I told you it's some of them clandestine organizations that, has them some, everything they do is to bring about the apocalypse, to their ungodly master, whatever demon it is they worship or entity. And, they always there's always some consultant of ancient texts and ancient scrolls and everything for everything they do. It's one of those groups, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's Cthulhu related or some other deity. It's got nothing to do with Phil. Phil's not about the apocalypse. When it's over, it's over. He's not worried about it. He's looking forward to retirement, but he's not in a hurry for it to happen. Some people think he's related to Cthulhu, but that's just racist. It's just because of the tentacles. That's not fair. Let's see, where am I at? Am I all caught up? Jacoby said, last question, what gun do scuba divers open carry? They use a spear gun. Regular gun ain't gonna do no good underwater. So they're not going to travel straight or true or far. So they use a spear gun. Used to have a spear gun. I don't know whatever happened to that. I remember I used to own one. I don't even remember where I got it, actually. I think I got it in Florida for some reason. Like it was at a yard sale or something. It was something like that. It was a flea market. That's what it was. I remember. I had a spear gun. I don't know whatever happened to that thing. I remember when one of the first apartments we had, one of my fraternity brothers, we put holes in the wall with it. I'm like, you're not getting that security deposit back. and we weren't getting that security deposit back. Trashed that apartment. Before there was a fraternity house, so we just like rented a central big 4-bedroom apartment for everybody to hang out. Trashed that place. I swear to God. The people that lived, the ones that actually lived there, I didn't actually live there. I had my own place, but they were scummy. I mean, good God, you get some young male people out for the first time in their life, and they do not know how to maintain a home. Let's just say that. Let me make sure we're all caught up over here on the questions because I'm running out of questions. Did John Mandrick chime in again here? Hold on, let me look and see. Yeah, it did look like he did. Is never enough ammo now? Never enough werewolf? I don't think he's a werewolf. I think he's working for Cthulhu or one of those type of things. One of those elder god characters. I'm sure he'll have some special salute he'll do. And he might challenge you with some phrase like Cthulhu is Lord, and you have to respond the correct way or something, or else he'll kill you. But other than that, I'm sure it's just regular office stuff other than the bringing about the apocalypse. Let's see here. Where are we at? But no, I don't think he's a werewolf. He should be so lucky. You know, werewolves have standards, you know. They don't just want to make everyone a werewolf. They want to eat most people. And there's very few people that are like, you know what, I'd like to have him as part of my club. Not many. All right, let's see here. Where are we at? I think I am all caught up on questions. I got real screwed up over here on the live chat. But know someone with your same last name in Alaska. He was dumb fishing from RR Bridge. Train came. He jumped headfirst into rocks. He is now dumber. Oh, that's not good. What's your drag queen name? Mine's Dolly Derringer. I don't know. There's a way you can make your drag queen name. It's got something to do with the name of your first family pet and the street you were raised on when you were a kid. So mine would be, I guess, Missy Lincoln, because Missy was our Chihuahua and I lived on Lincoln Avenue. So Missy Lincoln would be my drag name. But if I was going to be a drag queen, I'd have to have a more interesting name than that. Like Patio Door or something like that. You know, one of those names that's a real pun. I would have to think of something like that. What name does Dan at Sporting Systems call you? Yankee. Most of them all there call me Yankee. Like when I pick up my stuff that's been on hold or layaway, it's got Yankee written on it. Well, you said it's all about you. Just figured it was Donald. Oh, no. Oh, he's not the only person who thinks the world revolves around him. I think the world revolves around me too. I just don't have the resources that he has. Email Judy link about. Oh yeah, I got that. Actually, we addressed that already. I think I'm all caught up with the chats as far up as I can go. Sent you a picture of my doggy. I saw that. Bella had a real bad seizure for about 2 minutes. That's not good. She's a Chihuahua, though. Our Chihuahua had a couple seizures in her life before she ever started getting older and sicker. Just happened. Mavis started having them towards the end of her life. I don't know how old Bella is, though. But that's never good. It's not always the worst thing in the world, but it's never good. All right, I think we are out of questions. I was worried about whether we were going to be able to get enough time tonight. It looks like we had too much time tonight. Let me make sure we got nothing else coming in over here. We will end it up. So I'll do a last call for questions. If you got a question, get it in. We got a couple minutes left, unless we don't get any more questions, and then we'll just go. We got a little late start today. We're all caught up over there. So we are caught up over there. The world revolves around cats. Just look at how many cats, look at any cat and it shows it in their attitude. Well, yeah, they think that. That means my drag name would be Jaffa Kings Hill. Don't think that would work. No, I don't think that sounds good either. I'd have to work like menstrual cycle somewhere into the name or something. Uh, where are we at? What 357 would be best to feed the Viper? Well, I like Underwood Extreme Penetrators, and I like Underwood TUI. Those are my favorites. If you're looking for ammo like to shoot at the range, well, then get you some Minuteman ammo. They make really hot ammo that's great for self-defense, but it's still cheap enough you can buy it for the range, and you can stock up on it. So that's a positive thing, I would say. What is that? Oh, my 1099 from Yankee Swag Bag Bonanza. Well, that ain't going to be enough to worry about, I can tell you that. All right, I think we are all caught up. We got everything answered. I even got all the chats in the live chat tonight. I think I chased off a lot of people tonight with the Donald Trump stuff. We only had like 110 people in here at the highlight. Let's see. My channel's going to go through another down slump now because of the anti-Trumpers or the pro-Trumpers hating me. That's okay. I'm used to it. Don't care. It's not about popularity. If you're dumb enough to just sit back and worship at the feet of whoever tells you what you want to hear, well, then you're part of the problem, and I got no use for you because you're too dumb to be used to anybody. But I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. I want to thank everybody who participated in the conversation, people who asked questions, suggested topics, paid their tithes to Phil, helped support the Pets and Vets program. It's all appreciated. I'll see you all again tomorrow. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe until I see you again.